In the year 2075, Dr. Alexander Trent, a brilliant yet eccentric inventor, stood in his cluttered laboratory in the heart of London, surrounded by a symphony of beeping gadgets and whirring machines. His latest invention, the arcane engine, was his magnum opus. It was a machine designed to harness the elusive energies of magic, an endeavor that had fascinated and frustrated scientists for centuries. The arcane engine was a marvel of engineering and arcane knowledge, combining cutting-edge quantum mechanics with ancient magical texts. Alexander had spent years perfecting it, working through countless sleepless nights and failed experiments. Now, as he adjusted the final settings, the machine began to hum with a deep, resonant power. With a flick of a switch, the arcane engine roared to life, and the air around it shimmered with ethereal light. Alexander's heart raced with anticipation. He had not only succeeded in creating magic, but also discovered a way to manipulate time itself. With a deep breath, he set the coordinates to the year 1960, a time of significant cultural and technological change, a perfect era to introduce magic to the world. As the machine's hum grew louder, the laboratory walls blurred, and a swirling vortex of light enveloped Alexander. In an instant, he was hurtling through time, the sensations overwhelming and exhilarating. When the light finally subsided, he found himself standing in a quaint English suburb, the year 1960. The world around him was a snapshot of mid-20th century England, red-bricked houses, vintage cars, and well-manicured gardens. Alexander took a moment to absorb his surroundings, the reality of his time travel settling in. He had arrived. His first stop was a nearby park, where families were enjoying picnics and children played with hula hoops and toy planes. Alexander set up a small demonstration area and began assembling a portable version of the arcane engine. Curious onlookers gathered as he worked, intrigued by the strange device and the man in futuristic clothing. "Ladies and gentlemen," Alexander announced, his voice brimming with excitement, "I come from the future, bringing with me the wonders of magic." He activated the arcane engine, and a burst of colorful lights filled the air. With a wave of his hand, he conjured flames that danced and transformed into delicate butterflies, eliciting gasps of amazement from the crowd. Word of the mysterious magician from the future spread quickly. Within days, Alexander was performing for larger audiences, demonstrating feats that defied all known laws of physics. He turned water into wine, levitated objects, and healed the sick with a touch. People were mesmerized, their skepticism giving way to wonder and belief. As Alexander's fame grew, so did the influence of magic in 1960s society. Scientists and scholars flocked to study these new phenomena, eager to unlock their secrets. Magic began to integrate into everyday life, transforming industries, medicine, and even entertainment. The world was on the cusp of a new era, one where magic and technology coexisted harmoniously. However, Alexander realized the potential dangers of widespread magical power. Fearing the consequences of misuse and the disruption of the natural order, he decided to keep the true source of the magic, the arcane engine, and his own identity a secret. He performed and used magic discreetly, never revealing the workings of the arcane engine or his origins. As magic spread, people began to notice strange occurrences. Ordinary individuals started exhibiting extraordinary abilities. Children could control fire, gardeners could make plants grow with a touch, and healers performed miraculous cures. The sudden emergence of these powers baffled the scientific community and the public alike. The Church of England also voiced its concerns. The Archbishop of Canterbury issued a public statement, cautioning against the reckless use of such powers. "Magic, in its essence, touches the divine and the demonic," he declared. "We must tread carefully, For what may seem a miracle could also open the door to unforeseen darkness. Amid the growing unease, a group of influential skeptics and traditionalists viewed magic as a threat to the natural order. They believed it disrupted the progress of science and the fabric of reality itself. Led by a formidable politician named Richard Hayes, they launched a campaign to discredit those exhibiting magical abilities, calling them frauds and dangers to society. Determined to protect the future he had created, Alexander worked in the shadows, ensuring that the arcane engine remained hidden. He used his powers to subtly influence events, guiding humanity towards responsible use of magic. He partnered with forward-thinking scientists and humanitarian organizations, using magic to address global challenges like hunger, disease, and environmental degradation, all while keeping his involvement secret. But Richard Hayes was relentless. He orchestrated a plot to expose the source of the magical phenomenon. On the eve of a major public demonstration, Hayes's operatives infiltrated the site where Alexander stored the arcane engine. Unbeknownst to them, Alexander had anticipated such a move and taken precautions. When they attempted to tamper with the machine, a failsafe triggered, causing the device to self-destruct without harming anyone, but effectively erasing all traces of its existence. Chaos erupted as uncontrolled magic wreaked havoc. Objects levitated uncontrollably, and people found themselves transformed in bizarre and unpredictable ways. Realizing the danger, Alexander quickly intervened, using his own abilities to stabilize the situation and restore order. The public, unaware of the true nature of the crisis, marveled at the mysterious savior who appeared just in time. In the aftermath, public opinion shifted once more. While many saw the incident as a tragic accident, others, led by Richard Hayes, called for the prohibition of magic. The Church, too, reiterated its warning, emphasizing the need for divine guidance and caution in the face of such unprecedented power. Faced with mounting pressure, Alexander made a heart-wrenching decision. He deactivated the arcane engine and dismantled it, scattering its components to prevent its misuse. Before he departed, Alexander left behind a comprehensive set of notes and instructions for future generations, hidden in various secure locations. He hoped that one day, humanity would be ready to embrace magic responsibly. With a heavy heart, he activated the time travel function one last time, returning to his own era. Back in 2075, Alexander reflected on his journey. He had brought magic to the past and witnessed its profound impact, both positive and negative. Though his dream had faced resistance and setbacks, he remained hopeful. The seeds of magic had been planted in 1960, and perhaps, in time, they would bloom again. And so, the legend of the man who brought magic to the past lived on, inspiring future generations to explore the boundaries of possibility, blending science and magic in the quest for a better world. Yet, the true story of Alexander Trent and the arcane engine remained a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few, waiting for the right moment to be revealed.